Hi, this is Tracy from Gift Basket Appeal, and today we're going to be making a greeting card using the stamp set, The Bee's Knees from Maymay Made It. This is a design team project, and I hope you like it. So let's get started. This is such a fun stamp, and there's so many wonderful things that you can create with it. I love this little cute little bee. And it's got the word buzz. We're going to use that. And I'm going to use the sentiment, you're the bee's knees. And I really love this beehive. So we're going to use that. And I think we're also going to use this little track for the little buzz, for the little bee. So I'm going to go ahead and start out. I cut out a heart. And I'm going to be stamping this heart with this beehive pattern. And this is a fairly large stamp. And of course, I will list all of the details below. And I want to put this pattern on my heart. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black distress ink and I'm going to go ahead and ink up make sure it's really inked up here. So I want to create a pattern right on my heart. So I'm just placing this for the background so it doesn't go off on my table, just to give it some protection. So let's start at the bottom here. Do one there. It may not look like much now, but I have an idea in my head, so let's hope it works. To the side like that. This wants to really stick on there. I'm just going to put one more like right off to the side here. Just trying to fill it in a little bit as much as I can. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I got my heart with my bee pattern on it. I don't need that anymore. Make sure I wipe that off. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to use the Copics, and I'm going to color this in red because we're right around Valentine's Day. And I'm just going to color this in. And I know most hives have the yellow in them, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of change things up a little bit. It's okay to be creative. I'm just kind of randomly choosing these. I love the shapes on here, and I'm just filling them in. Just to give it some color. And this is a R27 cadmium red Copic marker. And I just have this white paper under here for protection. And right here, I can see there's some areas that the black didn't really stamp all the way through on there. So I'm just going to go in and fill it in with my black Copic. There's always a way to fix things there. Just continue coloring this in. Okay, and so that's our heart. And I also want this to have somewhat of an outline around it. And so I'm just going to use my Copic and just carefully give it a little bit of an outline. I've seen this technique used on several channels, and I thought it was a great way to outline your work, so especially if you're using something that's white. Just gives it a little bit of a border. I guess you could call that a heart-shaped beehive. Okay, so now this is what I'm thinking is to match this up. And so I want to have this as my background on my card. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on. Still have a few more things to create. Okay, so in the middle of putting on my Tombow permanent adhesive, I ran out. So we're going to use the Art Glitter designer glue, which is great. And you could actually get this on Maymay's store, and I'll put a link to that as well. Okay, so that's on already. And so now I'm going to go ahead and use this paper to stamp my bee on here. And then I'm going to fussy cut the bee. Get that nice and dark on there. Okay, and there's my bee. I'm going to go ahead and cut him out. I'm just going right around the edge there. This bee is so cute. And if you notice, I'm not going to get too close to the edge because I still want, I don't want to cut off any of these really thin edges there. Just going to go around and clean it up just a little bit. Okay. So my bee is done. And I want my heart to be mounted. So I'm going to use some of these foam mounting circles. It's always good to have some of these handy. There's so many different brands, you just have to use the one that works for you. And so I have this picture in my head that I want this heart to be like this. Just mounted right off of there. And then I'm going to just color my bee in here. Put some more color in there. I gotta get that little spot right there. Okay, and I'm going to mount my bee, but before I do that, I'm going to use this swirly little stamp right there. And I'm just going to go right onto my yellow there. This is going to be cute. I'm really liking this. And I'm going to mount my bee. I probably could use some smaller ones on here, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and use these bigger ones. I'm just going to put 2 on there. And I want to position this in a way so he's coming off of his little swirly thing there. And I have to make sure that I leave room for my sentiment. And I'm really psyched about this card. And it's funny how I'm going along right now and I see there's some things I still want to, some other ideas that are going through my head right now. So I'm just going to put it right off to the side here. Or I could put it right here too. I think I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to put the buzz sentiment all around. Okay, you're the bee's knees. Let's see if you can see that. Okay. And I want to use this cute little buzz stamp. And this is really tiny, so I'm going to put little he's just buzzing all over. Now, I think that might be enough. I think so. And so I'm going to take this now and I want to mount it onto here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this double-sided tape. I'm going to mount this yellow part onto the red to finish off our card. I love cards that have dimension on them. And I will be sure to put all of the measurements down below. That completes our design team card, and I will put all of the links below in the description box. I hope you were inspired by this, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Done. I'm going to add our heart. Just want to make sure I get this straight on there. It has a little bit of an outline, which is nice.